Thank you po. That's Christine.
Okay, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're live on our YouTube stream on the Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles YouTube and Facebook pages. Okay, so once again, thank you for joining us in this very special promotion called Filipino Food, Make It Delish. Before we proceed, we would like to thank once again our partners, Island Pacific, Filipino Grocery Store and Seafood Market, and Mamacita's Sauces and Mixes. Okay. The availability of Filipino food in the United States used to be confined to the homes of immigrant Filipinos. These Filipinos then shared the bounty of their food culture in many social settings, where the Filipinos' love for fiestas and parties ensured that pancit, adobo, dinuguan, among many other traditional dishes would be staples. Are you okay? Are you okay?
It's okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, sit over there, G. Be careful, okay? Yan, ganyan po ang ano, and when it comes to live events, unexpected occurrences. But yes, that's a real trooper right there. Si Miss G. Tonji Walters. All right, so nowadays, one doesn't need to visit a Filipino's home in order to enjoy the cuisine of the Philippines. Yeah, and I'm sorry, we're still having technical difficulties. Tinatanong ni Sir yung photographer natin. Okay, are we back online? Yes, we are back online. Yeah, okay. So nowadays, one does not need to visit a Filipino's home in order to enjoy the cuisine of the Philippines. As more and more Filipinos emigrated to the US, including enterprising ones with a hankering for the taste of home, Filipino restaurants and grocery stores have sprung up all over the United States. And one of them is the host of today's event, Island Pacific Filipino Grocery Store and Seafood Market. I'm here to welcome us and to give us a little bit of the backstory on Island Pacific is Mr. Tito Villegas, Area Manager of Island Pacific. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Good morning. Thank you very much. I am Tito Villegas, the Area Manager for Southern California. Welcome to our Island Pacific West Covina location for our celebration of Filipino Food Month in partnership with the Philippine Consulate and Mamacita Foundation. A special warm welcome to our distinguished guest, Consul General of Los Angeles, Honorable Edgar Badajos, and the wonderful staff of our Philippine Consulate here in Los Angeles. At this point, I would like to call our Island Pacific Director of Communications and Community Partnership, Ms. G. Tonji.
Maraming salamat. Hello. Thank you, Sir Tito. Briefly, I just want to say that Island Pacific has been serving the Filipino community since 2000. So this is our 22nd year, and ever since the first Island Pacific supermarket opened its doors in March of 2000 in Panorama City, California, we have dedicated ourselves to satisfy our customers with the best products and services. Island Pacific Supermarket not only promotes Filipino cuisine and products to communities across the United States, it also aspires to place Filipino food in the world culinary map. We accomplish this by offering the finest and top-of-the-line products in our stores because that's what Filipino cooking is all about. You just never compromise with the ingredients, right? And also, here at Island Pacific, it's Filipino Food Month every day, not just in April.
Okay lang po kayo?
Island Pacific's mission rings true that we seek to unite communities by celebrating the Filipino bayanihan spirit, creating pride amongst our people and bringing awareness of our diverse culinary traditions so that our cuisine is recognized and acknowledged as part of American life and society. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. And let's call back Conjen Alni. Thank you.
Consul Almi po, yes. Maraming salamat. Yes, Miss Giselle Tonji Walters. Okay, so now I'm going to call the person who is responsible for putting this special event together. Please welcome the Honorable Consul General of the Philippines in Los Angeles, Edgar Barayro Badajos.
Thank you. Maraming salamat, Conjen Alni, Consul Alni. But, thank you very much for coming. I like the use the word responsible, parang akong may kasalanan that we're now having this event. But really, this is a very important occasion. I would say this even historic. I think this is the first partnership of its kind between the Philippine Consulate and Island Pacific Filipino Grocery Store. Maraming salamat for the partnership. Yeah, this project would not have been possible without the support and cooperation of Island Pacific Grocery Store, Seafood City, and of course, Mamasitas. We thank in particular Mr. Nino Lim, represented here by Mr. Tito Villanueva here, for accepting our invitation and for hosting today's event. It's my first time to visit an Island Pacific outlet, especially here in West Covina, isn't it? And I'm really impressed at the magnitude of its operation. I thought Island Pacific is just a small grocery store. I was surprised coming in. It's such a huge store pala where you can find all the Filipino food that you'd like to have here in the United States. And we thank, of course, Mamasitas here, which is being represented by the granddaughter of the founder of Mamasitas, Miss Lapus here. Could you please rise? Yeah, to be recognized also. We also thank, of course, Miss Donita Rose here, our guest chef today, for taking time out of her busy schedule to be our guest chef. And of course, Miss Giselle, the communications director of Island Pacific, for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us. Our coming here today is our way, of course, also of supporting our Filipino-American businesses, which were so badly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. But now that we are learning to live with this virus, it becoming more normal, like just like the ordinary cold. I think now Filipino-American groceries, restaurants, and exporters will have a chance to recover and again bring back the beauty and splendor of Filipino food to American kitchens, including those of the mainstream American market. Of course, Filipino cuisine is not as familiar as the other Asian food, yet we have seen the momentum of Filipino food growing in the United States. So we would like for this kind of an event to be a continuing program between the Philippine Consulate and our partners as our way of promoting really the richness of Filipino culture through food. You know, Filipino culture is a sharing culture, as they said. And one of its best manifestations is Filipino food. And Filipino food is best served when it is shared. And this is why today we have invited all of you to partake of the Filipino cuisine that Miss Donita Rose will be preparing for us today. And for those who were not able to join us this morning here at Island Pacific in West Covina, we'll have another event, similar event tomorrow at Seafood City in Irvine. So feel free to join us. We have food kits before you leave this venue today. Don't forget to bring one with you so that when you get home, you'll be able to prepare your favorite Filipino food. So muli, maraming salamat, Tito, Island Pacific, Seafood City, Giselle, Donita, I'd like to also acknowledge the presence of our Trade Commissioner here, Mr. Eric Elnar, and also the presence of my colleagues in the Philippine Consulate, Consul, Vice Consul, Macris here, and our cultural team. And the Filipino community leaders who are here this morning. I will not mention names because I might omit one name and you will get mad at me. So thank you for being here. Maraming salamat for the support. Thank you. Thank you, Giselle. Thank you.
Ayan, si Conjen is getting ready to be the sous chef of Chef Donita later.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very
Thank you very much.
Consul General Badajoz. All right, at this point, we'd like to call on the representative of Mamacita Foundation. Ms. Isabel Lapus is the eldest granddaughter of Clara Lapus, the president of Mamacita Foundation. She moved to Los Angeles from Manila in 2016 to attend UCLA, where she graduated in 2020. Ms. Lapus?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It is an honor to be part of this celebration of the Filipino Food Month here in America and represent the Mamacita Foundation on behalf of my grandmother, Clara Reyes Lapus, and our family and organization perpetuating the legacy of my great-grandmother, Teresita Mamacita Reyes. I was only 9 months old when my great-grandma died, but in the stories of my Lola Cla and the life and values that she and our big family have lived, I have come to know who Mamacita really was. In the 1980s, my Lola Cla, together with Mamacita, would come here to the States to do cooking demos in different supermarkets, cooking many different Filipino food dishes, of course, to promote Mamacita products, but also to make Filipino food known. These ladies, I'm proud to call my grandma and great-grandma, were very brave and determined to offer Filipino food to Americans and young Filipinos who grew up here and didn't eat Filipino food that much. During these promotional activities and non-stop patikim, my Lola Cla had my 12-year-old papa buy kangkong to demonstrate how to cook sinigang to the Filipino chefs working at the White House. Today, I still find it unbelievable sometimes that Mamacita products are known to millions of people all over the world, and that people have shown affection and affinity to it as if Mamacita is their own mother or grandmother too. But I can see why Mamacita is loved by people, because Mamacita truly loved people too. She made friends with her suki, with farmers, waiters, teachers, cooks, fellow travelers, and kababayan. She was everybody's mom. The Sunday family lunch tradition that brought her great-grandchildren together, which we call Manta, was interrupted by the pandemic and was resumed last Easter Sunday. Such was the power of her Sunday meal. For at her table, everyone was welcome and nourished. Food to her was not an end unto itself, but a means of bringing people together. She would go to great lengths and did her best, but never claimed to be the best. This was this humble service which endeared her. In 2013, the National Historical Institute recognized her contribution to the history of Philippine gastronomy. A 5-year series of commemorative stamps celebrating her life and legacy was released by the Philippine Postal Corporation. But beyond the recognition, the Mamacita Foundation continues to inspire my Lola Cla with the help of like-hearted people to collect, identify, select, and propagate prolific marketable varieties of fruit and spices like dwarf bananas that can withstand strong typhoons. The ancient practice of growing heirloom rice in the Cordillera region continues through Mamacita's heirloom rice champorado kit, allowing us to taste our history. This year marks the 10-year anniversary of Mamacita's I can't pronounce this properly, but I'll try, mga kwentong pagkain, to celebrate our Filipino foodways, thank you, and share them with a wider audience. Together with fellow advocates such as anthropologist Dr. Fernando Zialcita and historian Ms. Felicia Prudente Santa Maria, we have produced videos giving a glimpse on the food of our ancestors. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lapus. Now, we are going to show a short video that was referred to by Ms. Lapus earlier. One of those videos that were put together by Mamacitas in order to preserve our traditional Filipino cuisine. And it's very important for all of you to pay attention to the video because we will have a short trivia game later. And those who guess or give the correct answers later to our trivia questions will receive special Mamacita gift products. Okay, so while we are waiting for the video to load, so as you can see, we have the cooking demo table prepared for later. We are going to have pancit and barbecue, which will be prepared by our very lovely Chef Donita and assisted by the very dashing Consul General Badajos. So I hope you are excited as we are in watching them do the cooking demonstration. And of course, I know that you are most excited, like I am, on the last part of any cooking demonstration, which is when we are to taste the end result of a cooking demonstration. So please stay until the end of our program because we have, of course, the pancit and barbecue that we will be tasting all together, which of course Chef Donita and Conjen Ed will be showing to us later on. All right.
ALMNE.
Yes, so while we're still waiting for the video, Island Pacific has prepared food kits of the recipes that we have, what we are presenting today. So for those of you, well, of course, I'm sure many of you already know how to cook this, but you know, you can invite your non-Filipino friends to come to Island Pacific, to Seafood City and all our other Filipino-American grocery stores to buy their ingredients there. So especially the pre-prepared meal kits, and it will be easy for them to actually create Filipino food at home. Of course, you know, if you can also help by providing tips. Later on, Chef Donita will be sharing with us tips on, of course, how to make our Filipino cooking, you know, more delicious. And this is, of course, very important to share also with our non-Filipino friends, because we also want to share our cuisine, because that's what Filipino culture primarily is. It's a sharing culture. That's why for us, parties, fiestas, you know, are very important, and that's where we come together and break bread, share our food. That's why the word potluck is so much identified with the Filipino American community, because we really love to share our food, however small, you know, or however inconsequential we think it is. But for as long as it is something that we shared with our fellow Filipinos, you know, with everyone else, then, you know, that's the thing that counts. It's because we shared our culture, our food traditions. Then you know, this is something that is also a way of promoting our culture. kumbaga, it's not just us in the consulate, it's not just our Filipino stores that are doing the promotion. You yourself can do the promotion on your own with your non-American friends. Actually, because of that, Filipino food has gained momentum in the United States, because the first generation of Filipino migrants really made it a point to share their food to their co-workers, neighbors, whether they like it or not. All right. I guess it's time to proceed with our cooking demo. Maybe we will show our video later on. So now I'd like to turn over the floor to Miss Giselle Tonji Walters, the Communications Director of Island Pacific, for our cooking demo portion.
Thank you. Ako ulit, sorry. Nakita niyo ba yung kanina? Kaya niyo yun?
Exhibition yun.
Exhibition, tama. Let's please put our hands together for our resident chef. Island Pacific is Donita Rose.
Wow, magandang, can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go. Maybe I'll use, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Parang sinadyang i-off yung mic, hindi naman ako kakanta. All right, so magandang babae po ako. Thank you. Kasing ganda ng ating umaga. And for the first time, naramdaman ko talaga yung lakas ng palakpakan dahil may kasamang pagkain pala yun. Ayan.
Also, our chef, Donita, is also a comedian. Diba? But you know what? This is a special event, Donita, because you have a very special guest joining you as your sous chef. Let's call him back.
I don't know. Sabi nila, very strict ako pagdating sa luto. Kailangan perfection, ha? Perfection.
Eto na.
Delikado.
Let's call back our Honorable Consul General. Sir, please join us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, please, go ahead,
Ayan.
Donita.
Okay.
I'll watch you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
So,
you very much.
ang aking, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ang aking sous chef pala ngayong araw na to ay Conjen Ed
Yeah.
Bagahos.
Mm.
So, paano to? Paano ako magiging strict sa'yo? Baka mawala yung dual citizenship ko eh. Paano yun? Dapat mabait ako, no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, so this morning, as mentioned, we're going to be doing pancit first, pancit gisado. Ang noodles na ginagamit natin, marami palang iba't ibang klaseng noodles, no? Yeah. So we're going to be using pancit habhab,
Oh,
Island Pacific pancit habhab.
that's from
and-
Lukban.
From Lukban. I'm not so familiar with all the different types of noodles,
Mhm.
but I do know that pancit gisado is, it's a very traditional dish
Right.
that everybody loves. Who doesn't love it? And the good thing about like all of these things is, so we have pancit gisado, and then we're also going to be doing barbecue. These things are very traditional or classic, but depending on which region you are from, di ba, depende dun sa mga sangkap na ilalagay nyo, edi nagbabago from different region to region. And like, for example, yung ating barbecue,
Yeah.
Barbecue is just barbecue, right? Pero pag pwede mong sabihin inihaw, depende kung saan ka nagagaling.
Right.
Sinuba,
Right.
diba? Inasal.
Right.
But it's pretty much all the same thing. Depende lang sa sangkap na ginagamit nyo.
Right. It's very much like in Thailand, I would just like to share that, I came from Thailand. And in
Swazi.
Thailand, they also have different types of preparing barbecue.
Mhm.
Like in the northern part of Thailand, in central Thailand, in southern Thailand.
Oh.
Just like what we have also in
Oh, may
Philippines.
lemongrass,
Right,
may
yeah.
chili, sweet
True,
chilies.
yeah.
Okay, so let's start kasi parang mukhang gusto niyong tapusin ko na to dahil gusto niyo nang kumain. So for the first part of our pancit gisado, what we're gonna do is we will do a stock. Okay, so parang yung sabaw or yung sauce natin, gagawa tayo ng stock. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of tip or a little tip. When we in French cooking do our sauces, we usually start with a mirepoix. Repeat after me, mirepoix.
Mirepoix.
Aba, mga gutom. Spelling on. Sir, spell mirepoix. Bagsak. Okay, so mirepoix is Miretoix. Yeah, but it's pronounced as mirepoix. Para kung gusto niyo maging social, mirepoix. Ganon. Ganon ang pronunciation. So what that is basically carrot, celery, and onion. That's usually the base for like sauces, soups, and stuff like that. Yun yung pampalasa natin sa ating sauce, okay? So there's the traditional way of doing it, but then there's also the other way, which is we can just add our mamacita mix. But here's the good part, pwede din dalawa. We can also do our mirepoix in our soup or sabaw, and we can also add this to really intensify the flavors.
Pwede yun.
May mga tips ba kayo? Kasi
That's cheating. Isn't that cheating? Like to use
not
prepared-
cheating.
Oh yeah?
It's called
It's not
science
natural
and
anymore.
technology.
Oh, combined.
Diba? Thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
good.
Sir, balita ko, hindi lang ko kayo ang aming Consul General, but you're also a singer and a cook.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. I'm a singer and a cook.
So what is your specialty?
What do you mean? In singing? I sing ballads.
Both.
Both. In cooking, I do cook sinigang. I can cook sinigang, ulang salmon, and adobo.
Wow.
Pork adobo or beef. Yeah.
Did you know that I just heard from somebody earlier that yung mga meron nagsabi sa akin na yung sinigang mix, yun yung ginagamit nila sa kanilang adobo.
Oh yeah?
Di ba? Pampalasa.
Oh,
Di ba ang gandang tip nun?
Oh, my first time.
Oo naman kayo. Kasi parang gutom kayo eh.
Pwede pala yun?
Pwede.
Pwede yun? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
know either until now.
Okay. Good.
Okay, so there. So we're gonna do our stock first, and here's how we do it. So we would, can you hold
Yeah,
this for
sure,
me?
yeah.
So what we would do is we would get our carrot. Pwede tayong gumamit ng yung peel para
Okay.
hindi masayang yung peel. Pag gumagawa tayo ng mga soup or sauces,
Mhm.
pwedeng gumamit ng peel para hindi masayang yung any part.
Yeah, you don't throw
So
it
we
away.
take the
Yeah.
peel,
Mhm.
ganyan. Kasi nawala na yung peel eh.
Mm.
So we do that. And then ito ang magpapalasa ng ating sabaw. Okay?
Mm.
Ito yung traditional way.
Okay.
Okay? And then we take our, kunyari peel yan. Or kung gusto mo, hindi peel, yung carrot mismo, pwede. And then we take our onion. Okay? Ang tawag dyan, gisa-gisa.
Mhm. Garlic.
Yeah, we add some crushed garlic.
Mhm.
And then,
And there's no oil at all.
we can add oil a little
Okay.
bit. Para,
Mhm.
we will be using Island Pacific canola oil.
Okay.
Just a little drizzle.
Mhm. And you don't add patis at all.
We will add patis
Later.
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we cooking again? What are we
Ito
preparing?
yung stock.
Okay.
Ito yung parang sabaw niya para sa sauce.
Okay.
Okay? And then after medyo parang mabango na siya, translucent na yung onions.
Mhm.
And then we also add a little bit of celery.
Celery.
Ayan, I forgot to mention celery earlier. Kasama yan sa mirepoix.
Okay.
Okay? So it's celery, carrot, onion. And then we also add our garlic.
Okay.
Sir, can you toss it the way I did, please? Thank
Sure.
you.
Yeah, of course. Baka matapon.
So push down and up. Sige, itapon mo. Itapon mo sa kanila.
Okay.
Down, up. Like this. One more.
Down. Oh.
Kasi
Oh.
because the oil is slippery.
Right.
Okay? Huwag lang itapon sa mukha mo. Ayan! Ay, isa pa.
Yeah.
Yes! Ayan! Alam niyo na kung sino nagturo sa kanya. Okay. I think the power went off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pag tinatanggal na namamatay pala siya.
Oh yeah.
Na sayang yung diskarte. Okay.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go. And then with that, okay, we're gonna add our chicken.
Okay.
So, I mean, depending on how much you're making it for, normally sa Pilipinas, tansya-tansya. But in this case, we're doing 1 1/4 cup of chicken.
Just pure meat.
You can use any kind of meat you want. As a matter of fact, kanina di ba sabi ko, very versatile yung pancit gisado kasi depende kung anong sangkap ang gusto mong ilagay.
Right.
Kung gusto mo vegetarian or vegan, you wanna mix it for me?
Sure. Yeah.
Pwedeng vegetarian lang, walang mga proteins. If you wanted to have that umami flavor na walang mga meat or protein, pwede din kayong gumamit ng mushrooms, di ba?
Oh yeah.
And the like. So,
Right.
so gisa-gisa, and then we add our water.
Okay.
And then add our water now. Oops. So, ayan.
Right.
Kung tamad kayo, pwedeng sopas na lang.
And then let it boil.
We let it boil, and then, sir, can you add the packet to the
Sure.
mix? There
Already?
you go.
Right
So
now,
we
right
are now adding our mamacita
Yeah.
Pancit
Pancit
bihon.
bihon.
rice noodle stir fry mix.
Right.
So, sir, you have to do a little shake before you mix it in.
Right.
No, your body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ay, hindi yung pack pala.
I should put
Yeah.
it now. Yeah.
Straight.
Oh yeah. All of it.
All of it, sir, depending on how
Yeah.
intense you like the
Oh
flavor.
yeah. Great.
Okay. No, you don't mix it like that.
Okay,
If you're
yeah.
if you're professional, you flip it.
Okay. So
No, I'm just kidding. Kasi may liquid yan. Okay, so
Right.
then we cover it,
okay.
we mix it, we cover it, and you let it boil for 2 hours.
2
Okay?
hours.
Yeah. So the way they prep this chicken was they cut it into pieces, but actually dapat buo lang siya. Pwede rin kasama yung bone, kasi yung bone ang pampadagdag ng lasa.
Right.
And then, so cover, sir. Yan.
Right.
So
right.
guys, maghihintay tayo ng 2 oras para sa ating stock. Tapos babalik, ay hindi pala. Ay, magagalit na sila. Okay, so hindi natin gagawin yan. So kunyari, naluto na siya. Okay, naluto na. 2 oras na, ha? And kunyari.
Here.
And then we would strain all the vegetables. May iwan na lang yung soup, yung sabaw, at saka yung chicken. So malambot na yung chicken. Diba? Kasing lambot ng katawan ko. Walang muscle. Okay. So, kunyari, luto na po siya. Okay? Magic po. Ayan. So now we will go to our next step. Ay.
Yeah.
There we
there you
go.
go, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay. So, next step. Kunyari, ito na yung sabaw.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, there's one more step that we need to do is dapat may atswete. So, maglalagay tayo ng konting atswete para may kulay.
They have
Diba?
it here?
Para makulay.
Yeah.
Ay, kasama na yung chicken. Hindi dapat.
So yung assumption mo, parang ito yung tinanggal mo yung ingredients.
Yes.
Just the sauce now.
So that's step 1. Step 2 is now the sauce. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, actually mali ako. Ibalik ko muna, ha? Sorry. And then we need to strain the chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
No more na, yeah. Okay, so from our sauce, let's do this again, okay? So from the first, we do the sabaw, di ba? Ang gagawin natin is ngayon yung gisa-gisa ng mga vegetables. Okay, so we add again a little bit of oil. And then now I'm gonna need your muscles
Okay.
because we're going to make gisa-gisa.
Okay.
So next is, we could add a little bit of garlic.
Ito ngayon hindi crushed.
We can crush it.
Okay.
Okay. Our onion.
Stop.
Great.
Okay. So now we have bawang, sibuyas, and then we add our other ingredients like our
Celery.
celery. Di ko ilalagay lahat para kasha. Some carrots. And then green beans. Kung gusto mo mas social, pwede rin French beans eh.
Mhm.
Or any other vegetables that you like. This is Baguio beans. And then our cabbage, repolyo. Spell repolyo.
Repolyo.
Okay, so there, kunyari gisa-gisa, na? Alam niyo naman, basic naman yan, di ba?
Mhm.
Hala, gutom na talaga itong mga tao na to. Okay, so then, it's cooked already, kunyari. Then we add our sabaw. Okay,
Okay.
and then we cover it and we let it reduce a little bit or actually cook a little bit, and then we'll let the sabaw reduce. Pag sinabing reduce, ibig sabihin nun, ipapa-evaporate mo para mabawasan yung liquid niya para mas intensified yung flavors. Correct?
Yep. Right.
Okay. And then last but not least, we will add our noodles.
Oh, this one? Hab-hab?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
okay.
pancit.
All of it?
Yeah. Okay. So we add our noodles.
Okay.
Ang galing naman.
There we go.
Okay. So we're gonna let the noodles incorporate into the sauce or liquid. We cover it, and while we're waiting for it to cook, we are gonna watch a cooking demo or a video. Please watch this first.
Thank you. Great. So let it boil.
Yeah.
Okay. Ayaw pa rin.
I think we have the we don't have the
Oh. Oh yeah?
We welcome you to a feast celebrating Philippine culture.
Maybe just
This is a story of our flavors and its evolution, based on research excerpts shared by our culinary writers and historians, Dr. Fernando Zialcita and Feliz Prudente Santa Maria.
what do we do now?
If islands are countries unto their own,
Out.
then the Philippines is invariably a whole planet in itself. The country's dynamic and continuously evolving culture takes root from a myriad of influences shaped by the diverse geographical features of the archipelago. These influences find their most eloquent expression in the way Filipinos cook and eat. Collectively, these dishes form the cuisine that is uniquely Filipino.
Dagdagan mo siguro sabaw. Dagdagan mo sabaw. Hindi na.
I need them.
Hindi. One more. Hindi, ito na. Ready na.
Magic.
We welcome you to a feast celebrating Philippine culture. This is a story of our flavors and its evolution, based on research excerpts shared by our culinary writers and historians, Dr. Fernando Zialcita and Feliz Prudente Santamaria. If islands are countries unto their own, then the Philippines is invariably a whole planet in itself. The country's dynamic and continuously evolving culture takes root from a myriad of influences shaped by the diverse geographical features of the archipelago. These influences find their most eloquent expression in the way Filipinos cook and eat. Collectively, these dishes form the cuisine that is uniquely Filipino. Thousands of years ago, our Malay ancestors cultivated our lands, growing rice and other crops. They cooked rice in bamboo columns or earthen pots. Rice has always been our chief source of energy, along with root crops, fish, and shellfish. The tribes from the Cordillera of the Northern Islands carved magnificent rice terraces from the mountainsides that reach up the sky. These ancient rice terraces yield heirloom rice, believed as precious gifts, blessed by the sky gods. It was in the 16th century when Fernando de Magallanes, a voyager delegated by Spain, embarked on a journey around the globe in search of the fabled Spice Islands. The Hispanic explorer landed on Philippine shores and observed an existing pre-Hispanic cuisine. Our food was raw, dried, salted, brined, pickled, cooked on stone stoves, roasted or baked in embers. Antonio Pigafetta, the voyage chronicler, listed down the food he witnessed, such as roasted fish, fowl, and goat. He also noticed how Filipino natives made coconut flower sap into vinegars used for pickling. Gourds, legumes, and a variety of vegetables and fruits were also found as being eaten by natives. Tamarind and citrus are among the various
Okay. Okay. So, Chef Donita, can we tell our audience what we are doing right now?
Okay, so what we've done is we've kind of reduced the amount of liquid inside, which, like I said, intensifies the flavor. And after mixing it around a little bit, we add our chicken.
Right.
This was the chicken na niluto natin dun sa stock kanina, sa step 1. So ilalagay na natin yung chicken. Mix ulit.
With the, and then we add the...
And we add a little bit of atsuete. So like maybe a teaspoon for para sa kulay. And then at the end of it all, pagkabukas, yun na yun. Ito ng ating final product, our Mamacita Pancit Guisado.
Yeah.
Siyempre, hindi naman siya kompleto kung wala siyang mga garlic, di ba? Yung mga toasted garlic.
Right.
So we add toasted garlic, budburan ng garlic snow.
Mhm.
And then,
If you want to what? Add lemon? What's it?
calamansi or lemon. This one is calamansi. And we can also add itlog. Diba? Scrambled eggs sa ibabaw.
Right.
Ayan.
Great.
And there you have it. Our final product, our Mamacita Pancit Guisado. Naku po, may nagsabi po sa amin na wala kaming pang pagkain sa inyo. Pasensya na po kayo.
Ito na lang, hati-hati.
Ito na lang. Hindi, joke lang po. Alright, so ang next na lulutuin natin is our barbecue. Napakadali lang po yung barbecue natin. So we have
Shall I
chicken.
remove this now? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Okay.
Let's take it.
Okay.
Thank you. Careful.
Okay. So for our chicken, what we do is we add our chicken. Actually, supposed to be, bubuksan natin po yung yung bote ng Mamacita barbecue marinade. Naka-prepare na po ito para sa inyong lahat. Wala na kayong gagawin dito, kundi ibuhos sa ibabaw ng chicken. And then, sir, may kasamang pong masahe to.
Oh, yeah?
So, depende sa
So I
gusto
have
mo.
to do it?
It can be shiatsu, pwedeng Thai massage.
Massage, okay.
Depende sa gusto mo.
Okay.
Basta ma-incorporate.
Right. Okay.
Add the whole
The whole
bottle.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yan ang maganda sa Mamacita. Lahat gawa na para sa'yo. Ang gagawin na lang is mix.
Mix na lang.
Yes. So, pag nailagay mo na to, huwag niyong kalimutan ilagay sa refrigerator dahil ang temperature natin kailangan maging safe ang ating produkto, no? So, ilalagay natin sa refrigerator, pwedeng overnight, but normally minimum is 3 hours para masipsip niya lahat ng lasa ng ating sauce, okay?
So that's already your marinade pala.
This is ready to go.
Right.
We also have another product right here, which is the Mamacita Inihaw. Marinade and dip.
You can see.
So you can also use this one and you can even add more. You can add some of that to it. So what we would do is we would take the chicken once it's marinated, tapos ilalagay na natin sa skewer, right?
Okay.
And then you can barbecue it or pwede naman i-pan fry. In this case, kung gagamit kayo ng barbecue skewers or sticks, make sure na i-soak niyo muna sa tubig ng mga 30 minutes muna para naman hindi masunog yung stick. Tama? Hallelujah?
Right.
Hallelujah! Okay. So, the other way of doing it, kung ayaw nyo naman na gumamit ng stick or mag-barbecue, pwede naman natin i-pan fry. So, let's add a little bit of water. Remember, dito sa marinade natin, there is sugar, pampatamis. So, if you don't add oil to the pan, baka masunog yung kanyang sugar. So, we need a little bit of oil in the pan.
Five two five 493 ready. 493.
So you can pan fry or you can grill. Depende sa gusto mo. Okay?
Yep.
And so with that, sino bang ready nang kumain?
And with that, let's say tapos na yung luto.
Eto na.
Yeah.
Eto na ang ating Mamacita pork, chicken barbecue.
Great. Thank you. Ito ulit, paghahatian ulit natin lahat.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Consul Aimee?
So, maraming salamat, Chef Donita. Thank you very much for being our guest chef today.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me as your assistant.
You did an amazing job
you,
today.
thank you.
Thank you, Conjen, and thank you, Chef Denita. Naka-ready na po ang sauce. Para ako ay kumuha ng barbecue. But before we go to the most important portion of the program for all of us, aminin, gusto niya nang kumain. Before we go to that, Island Pacific has prepared surprises for us, one of which is a special performance from a very special guest. G, can you tell us who our special guest performer is?
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Kenneth Laurente. He's going to be singing a few songs for all of you today.
Hi guys,
Are you
good
singing?
morning.
Sir, yung sa ano, test.
Ready na po ba kayo?
Thank you. Nagkamali ako na lagay ng chicken yung nabaliktad ko. Sabi ko, parang may mali.
Puro okay po
Okay
na.
thank you so much. No, I'll just work. Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Come on, put your hands in the air. Come on, guys.
Thank you.
Tayo ay matanda na. Sana'y di tayo magbago. Kailanman, nasaan man ikaw ang pangarap ko. Makuha mo pa kaya akong naghanap-hanap. Hanggang sa pagtanda natin, nagtatanong lang sa'yo, ako ba kaya ibigin mo? Kahit maputi na ang buhok ko. Come on, guys! Pagdating ng araw, yung buhok ay puputi na rin. Sabay tayong mga harap ng nakaraan sa atin. Ang nakalipas ay ibabalik natin. Ipapaalala ko sa'yo ang aking pangako na ang pag-ibig ko'y laging sa'yo. Kahit maputi na ang buhok mo. La 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 la. Ang nakalipas ay babalik natin. Papaalala ko sa'yo ang aking pangako na ang pag-ibig ko'y laging sa'yo. Kahit maputi na ang buhok ko. Pagdating ng araw, ang iyong buhok ay puputi na rin. Sabay tayo mga harap ng nakaraan sa atin. Ang nakalipas ay babalik natin. Ipapaalala ko sa'yo ang aking pangako na ang pag-ibig ko'y laging sa'yo. Kahit maputi na ang buhok ko. Kahit maputi na ang buhok ko. Kahit maputi na ang... Hiningal ako doon buhok ko. Thank you guys so much. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Kenneth Laurente. I'm a singer-songwriter, music producer, and I'm always proud to say a U.S. Army veteran. Come on, guys. So for my next song, this is the first song that I released way back 2020. It's an OPM, but it's an English song. It's called If You Only Knew. And this song is available at all music streaming platforms worldwide: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and I have a music video in my YouTube channel. So please subscribe. And this is the song. Pang teleserye po siya. O, di ba? Intro pa lang. I remember the times when you and I used to sit down under the trees, listening to the singing birds, heartfelt words, and the buzzing of the bees. A warm blanket covers us, cuddling in California's cold winter breeze. If I could press rewind and just unwind, take me back, would you please? 'Cause I hate daydreaming. Take me back and take this feeling. 'Cause if you only knew what I really feel for you, I guess things would be different today. And I only showed how it's supposed to go, I guess things will be different today. I remember the times we laughed and cried, wondering why it took so strong, passing all the blame and pointing fingers, asking who is right or wrong. We're always thinking wise, we compromise and like each other for so long. If I could press rewind and just unwind, take me back, would you please? 'Cause I hate daydreaming. Take me back or take this feeling. 'Cause if you only knew what I really feel for you, I guess things would be different today. If I only showed how it's supposed to go, I guess things will be different today. If you only knew what I really feel for you, I guess things will be different today. If I only showed how it's supposed to go, I guess things will be different today. If you only knew. If you only knew, whoa, if you only knew. Thank you guys so much. So before anything else po, sino pong malapit dito nakatira? Malapit po? Okay, because mamaya po, I have a concert to perform. Diyan lang po, St. Martha at 5 p.m. It's a fundraising event for the church. So kung may time po kayo, the concert starts at 5 p.m. And for my last song, alam po ninyo to, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Ayan na, nakikita ko na, mamimilitin na sila. Tayo po tayo, come on! Walang iba pagsasarap sa pagtitingin natin. Come on! Sana ay di na magwakas, ibong awit ng pag-ibig, awit natin ay wag mong kalimutan. Pangako ko naman na lagi kang pakikinggan, magpakailanman. Ano ba yan? Walang kalatoy na tayo. Come on, guys! Ang isang pag-ibig ay parang lansangan na pagdalawahan. Kaya't sa awit lagi tayo ay magbigayan. Come on, guys! Ang isang pag-ibig ay parang lansangan na pagdalawahan. Kaya't sa awit lagi tayo ay magbigayan. Sasayaw mo. Ito at isasayaw mo. Dancing time! Pero, galing ni Lola. There you go. Ayot na wag mong kalimutan. Pangako ko naman na lagi kang pakikinggan, magpakailanman. Ang isang pag-ibig ay parang lansangan na pagdalawahan. Kaya't sa awit lagi tayo ay magbigayan. Thank you guys so much.
Palakpakan natin, Kenneth Laurente! maraming salamat, Kenneth, for all that you do for our community. Thank you po. At tawagin na po natin ang consul to close our show for today.
Thank you, Kenneth, and thank you, of course, G. Before anything else, tomorrow we are going to Seafood City in Irvine to wrap up Filipino food, Make It Delish promotion. This is for April, but in May we have another project to continue our promotion of Filipino food, but this time we will be focusing on our Filipino restaurants. So to talk about this project, that we are again collaborating with our Filipino community, here is Christine Consunhi of Sokal Pinoy and Pinoy Tambayan.
And your consul, Andy.
Anyway, welcome po. My name is Christine from Guagua, Pampanga. I am here to talk about and very excited with SocaPinoys.com and Pinoy Tambayan. We are excited to launch the first ever National Filipino American Restaurant Month. It's about time to get our Filipino food out there. We have 35 plus restaurants participating all the way from Los Angeles, Orange County, all the way to San Diego and Temecula. So I do hope you guys support these restaurants. We're going to be putting them on our Facebook page. Again, it's SocaPinoys.com. It's a Facebook group of 50,000 members, all in here in Southern California, and Pinoy Tambayan. Thank you, Consul Ali, and thank you, Content.
Thank you very much, Christine. So please watch out for the promotion, the official start of our Filipino-American Restaurant Month, starting in May. And of course, we cannot leave if we do not mention this. The overseas voting for the national elections is ongoing. So if you already have your mail ballots, please make sure fill it out properly and get it to us before May 9, 4 a.m. Kung pwede po on the Friday before May 9, dalhin nyo po yung ano. And if you have not received your ballots by next week, please get in touch with us so we can see if your ballots have been sent out. We have already sent out all of the ballots, so hintayin nyo na lang po sa mail if you have not received yours. Alright, so thank you very much once again to our host today, Island Pacific Filipino Grocery Store and Seafood Market. Thank you very much to our very receptive audience, and we hope that you enjoyed the cooking demonstration earlier, and of course the musical performance provided by Island Pacific. Now it's the most important portion of our project, our program. It's eating time. Maraming salamat po and have a good weekend.
Can we ask all our guests, please, to stand here so we can all take a picture together? Yes? Right here po. Right here. Picture po tayo. Para makita po tayong lahat. Ayan. Right behind. Please. Yes. Picture po. Please join us. Thank you very much.
Ay, wait lang po, naka-screen, naka-live stream.
Okay. Is everybody in the photo? Tito, please join. Everybody, come join. Please compress. Pasok po, pasok.
Closer, closer. Closer, closer po. Closer.
Closer po, compress.
Closer, Kenneth.
Kenneth. Okay.
Sir, closer po, closer.
Okay, everybody. At the count of 3, we're going to say, Happy Filipino Food Month here at Island Pacific. Okay, practice ha, practice ha. 1, 2, 3. Happy Filipino Food Month here at Island Pacific. All right, now we're going to try. 3, 2, 1, go.
Happy Filipino Food Month here at Island Pacific! All right, smile. All right, thank you. Ay, pasali. Sige.
Okay, 1, 2. One more. One more for the continent. Thank you.
At ngayon naman po, kainan na. We have pancit and barbecue on behalf of Phil House. Please join us for some pancit and barbecue po on behalf of Phil House. Happy Filipino Food Month. Salamat po. Kain po tayo. Doon po sa labas. Dito po.